Alright guys, this is another episode of the Bobby Renee Show. I'm your host, Bobby.
And I am the co-host, Renee.
Yes, sir.
And we are the Bobby and Renee Show.
That's right, the Bobby Renee Show. Thank you guys for watching weekly with us and
Yes.
sharing some information with us and sharing good topics. Today's topic, since we are for the holidays and stuff like that, ghosts. Ghosts. To prepare people for Halloween and stuff like that coming up. Now, you believe in ghosts, right? You believe in ghosts?
I believe in spirits.
You believe in spirits?
Yes.
Okay. Now here's our experience with ghosts. We used to live in Morrow. We lived in a haunted house.
Yes, literally.
When Bryson was born. Now, mind you, we had other kids and stuff like that. But any given time of day, you would hear kids running through the house.
When our kids
were not there.
And
Bryson was not old enough to run through the house.
Bryson was like 2 months old, so he wasn't running nowhere.
No. It was some demonic spirits and stuff was in the house. And in the basement where our room was at, we decided to make our room in the basement area. In the closet, you go through the closet, and through the other side of the closet was like pretty much the under the house, like with the dirt, the foundation, everything like that. It was another room.
Yes.
Another room under there, and we had some people come over. We had Mama Lisa come over there and do a prayer at the house, and she felt some evil spirits that happened something happened terrible in that room.
Yeah.
Particularly in that room. So, and we just started, it didn't really hurt us and stuff like that, but, Renee had a collection of porcelain angels. They were just falling off the shelves and stuff.
I've had this angel. My friend, my best friend, Barbara, bought me this porcelain angel years ago. I want to say maybe about 15 years ago, and I've had it. It's beautiful. It's set on a little porcelain stoop, and it was an angel that sat on top of it. Mm-hmm. I've had that angel. It's traveled with me from home to home. I've had it forever. We put this angel on the fireplace, which is normally where I normally put it. Mm-hmm. And wasn't nobody by it. We were downstairs in the basement, so it wasn't nobody like running around that could have caused it to fall. And next thing you know, we hear something crash.
Boom.
We were like, what in the world? We get up, we running up the stairs, and it's my angel.
Didn't took flight.
Didn't fell, like flew. It didn't just like tumble over. It flew off
yeah.
I was like, what in the world?
Now, mind you, we was renting the house, so we had 12 months, a year at least. We left in 9 months.
But now listen, I called them. I said, listen, do you guys know the history of this house? Because it is too much stuff happening in this house. And they were Indian, and they were like, no, we don't know. I was like, listen, I told them we have to break this lease because something telling us to get out, and we getting out.
We get the hell out.
We are getting out. And it's not just me and my husband now. We're not crazy. Tamika, she was there. She experienced it. My mother-in-law was there. She experienced it. All of us experienced it. Actually, Tamika had helped us move out of the house. And she and I was in we was left behind trying to sweep up and clean up. When I tell you, we were so scared, baby, it was something like one of them movies, some haunted house movies for real. So, anyway, we've had our share with spirits, and we call people call, some people call them ghosts. I call them spirits. I believe in the afterlife. Yeah. And I believe that some spirits just don't cross over right away. So
and those tormented souls just stay there because they've been tormented.
Right, and they actually roam the earth, and I believe that. Mm-hmm. So we've had our share. You guys tell us about your share with ghosts, because that's our story. And I tell you one thing, you could never get me, although I know all of Morrow is not like that, but I feel like you can't never get me to live back in Morrow, honey.
We go visit. We're going to visit Morrow, Georgia, but
we're not going to live
there and stuff like that. No.
That was just a bad experience.
When we was leaving, actually, when we was moving from Morrow to Loganville at the time, my mom and her was in a car wreck.
We was in a car wreck. As soon as we were leaving, and I don't know how, and it wasn't in a car wreck with another car. It was a piece of steel, like a alternator in the middle of the road.
Like literally.
On what was that? It's not the main interstate.
675.
675. Like, who leaves an alternator in the middle of the road on 675?
Yeah.
And as soon as I didn't see it until I was right up on it, I hit it, and I swerved, and we had a car accident, but we almost trampled over the embankment, the little thing, and they have the hill that goes down. And I just had to go to praying. I'm like, whatever this is that's trying to follow us or take us out of here. Look, we done got up out your house. You can leave us alone now.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness.
We left. You told us to leave. We got the hell out. It would have been the short version of a black Hollywood horror film.
Yes.
Because when it's house, you get in the house and they say get out, we just turned the hell on out. It was no joint. I mean, because like Bryson would he would just look off in distance and would just scream his head off. And like, we're like, what the hell is he looking at? And he would just scream in terror, like something was like very scaring him to death.
Yeah.
So stuff like that was just happening. We were like, okay, we can't stay here too much longer. I think Bryson was born in July. We moved out of there. Shit. By August, September?
No, that was no. When did we move in? We moved in right before Bryson was born, so we stayed because we had Christmas there. Because I remember having Christmas there, and that Christmas, let me tell y'all, we took a picture of Bryson's face. My baby was in a walker. You remember that picture we took of him and his face looked all distorted?
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Y'all.
His own face was the only one distorted like that.
His face was the only one that was distorted. Like, it looked like another face was trying to come through his face. Y'all, look, don't think we crazy.
No.
I promise you we are not crazy. And I'm going to find that picture and I'm going to post it. I promise you we are not crazy. We took a picture of my baby in that walker. And when I looked, I was like, that's exactly how my face was, y'all. Oh my God. I was like, okay, I knew then. It's time to go.
Time to go. We got the hell up out of that house.
It is time to go.
House. Yeah. And then like when we did Bryson's baby shower there, like air was working fine.
Oh yeah.
Air was working fine. I mean, boom, boom. But we had like a lot of people to show up. And that's when the air just went out.
It just went out. And it was, y'all, it was in the middle of summer, like the end of June.
Yeah.
So y'all know here in Georgia, it was super hot.
And it was real hot that day.
It was super hot, and the air just went out. It was telling us then to get the hell out.
Like, well, you bring all these damn people in the house.
Exactly.
We don't want y'all in here. And then
you gonna bring more people in here? Oh, okay. We're gonna see how that goes.
It was, we had so many horror stories from that particular house. I mean, and then when we moved to Loganville, it wasn't much better, but
No, it wasn't much better in Loganville either. But it wasn't as scary as it was in Morrow. In Morrow, it was ridiculous, y'all. It was ridiculous. We had to get up out of there. So,
but that's a bad spirit. Now, Renee has some good spirits that follow her when she was younger. You want to talk about that?
Well, yeah, every time I've went and seen, or someone had came to me and told me about who I am, like some people call them psychics, some people call them prophets, whatever you want to call them, and spiritual people that can see stuff. And so they will always say that my grandmother, which her name was Geneva, was Geneva.
Convention?
No, Geneva Shelton Warren.
Oh.
They always said that my grandmother was with me, and I would be like, okay. And I had one lady even say my grandmother's name. Now, I've never met my grandmother because she passed away when my dad was like 5 or 6 years old. I think he was 5 years old. So we never met her. And my dad will always tell me, that I look so much like my grandmother, which I have pictures of my grandmother all over my house, in my bedroom, my living room, and everything.
Kind of weird though.
And so, but they would always tell me that she was with me. So I will always feel some type of presence too with her. Now, when I was younger, also I've always been able to see things, guys. So, I was in my dad's. I was living with my dad at the time, and I would see this man in my dad's living room. He was dressed in this big hat, like a rain suit on, and he would be kneeling down like this with his hat, but he would look towards the room, and I'd be like, I would get scared because I was young and I didn't know what was going on, and I just put the covers over my head. And then I eventually told my dad when I was older what I used to see in the house, and he told me to describe who he was, and I described him to a T, and my dad said that I was his older brother that died. I think he's the one that drowned to death. And I was like, well, he used to be there all the time, okay? Because I seen him like vividly clear. When I moved to Georgia, I was so sensitive to the spirit. When I moved in this apartment, my first apartment when I moved here to Georgia, that same statue of a man I seen in my apartment. Now, I didn't put two and two together until after it was all gone, but I seen this man come to my apartment that looked like the man I used to see at my dad's house with the rain suits on and the hat and everything. And he looks like back in the slave days, like when they used to work on the railroads and well, that's not the slave days, but that time, that era. And that's the gear that he had on. And I seen him like twice at that apartment, and I used to get so scared because now it's just me and my baby. Like, who am I gonna run in the room to, right? So I would throw the covers over my head again, and I told my mom what was happening. And come to find out, down in that area, that's where a lot of you don't know here in Georgia, because a lot of these houses and buildings and stuff are built on graves of slaves. Like the plantations and all that stuff. Y'all, we in the South. Come on now. And you think that these slaves don't, or whoever, these people, these spirits don't roam? Yes. And you can see them. You can see them in the natural eye if you have that gift. And baby, let me tell you something. I was so scared. I used to say, please just don't come back. Don't come back. Don't come back. Because I didn't want to see it. That's scary. I'm by myself with my little one. But he wasn't an evil spirit, but he was letting me know that his presence was there. So I was like, okay, so this is how it's going to be here in Georgia. Okay, I got you. I got you. And then I get with this one, and then we move over to Morrow. And baby, let me tell you.
We moved to Marietta first.
Yeah, we moved to Marietta. Marietta, I didn't really feel too much. That was, Marietta was Marietta.
Yeah.
But that Morrow and Loganville, yeah.
Yeah, it was some crazy stuff happening, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
as far as on the spiritual realm. That's why we tell people, we work off good energy. Like, your energy has to be good, you know what I'm saying, for us to actually communicate on a business level or even a friendship level, you know what I'm saying. Just we have to have good, we have to very vibe the gel. And this is where these spirits come in at. I mean, some people just have bad energies.
You just have bad energies you carry with you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And you're going to have to cleanse that. You have to cleanse your energies, because if you don't, you will carry those energies over, and then they will carry over into your children.
The afterlife.
Right. So you need to cleanse your energies, guys. You remember we was house hunting one time? We went to a house in Austell.
Yeah. Was it Austell?
Was it Austell?
I think it was, when the lady had the medications.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, let me tell you, my husband and I are very sensitive when it comes down to that kind of stuff, to the spirit and energies and stuff. And when I walked in the house, I instantly got sick to my stomach, and it felt like I had to throw up.
Yeah.
And I was like, and the guy that was showing us the house, he was painting and doing some stuff on it, and I was like, my God, what happened in this house? And it was really dark. My husband felt it, I felt it, but it made me sick. Like, it was whatever it was really, really strong. And it took me a minute to shake it. And I was like, and so the guy was like, well, no, he didn't say that at the time. I think we went in the kitchen, and I seen the medicine that she left behind. And see, that's the guy, he was showing me. I seen the medicine that she left behind on the counter. So I was like, okay, that's what's going on. That's when I said, what happened in this house? And that's when he told us that lady who lived there was, I guess, manic depressive or whatever it was that she was going through. It was so bad, y'all. It was so bad. I couldn't even finish the tour. I had to turn around and leave out the house. Yeah. And see, and reason people say, oh, it was crazy. It was a nice house. But think about it, those negative energies can attach themselves to you. Yeah. And especially if you're very sensitive and open. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? By me dealing with depression of my own, I can't have a manic depressive energy attach itself to me when I'm trying to get out of my own. Right. You know what I'm saying? It just me heavier on me. Right. And the family, stuff like that. So when you go look at these houses for renting or purchase, you know what I'm saying, kind of get a history on the people who live there. And if you can't get a history on that, go through there and cleanse the house yourself. You can't do it, get somebody to cleanse the house for you. Yes. I mean, because if someone lived in the house prior to you getting there and they had a bad marriage and breakup or something like that, and all they did was fuss and fight, those energies are still there in the house. Yep. They're still in the house. So when you go in there with your new wife or new husband, what's going to happen when y'all get into your first argument? Those energies are going to start manifesting themselves into your argument. You know what I'm saying? They're going to become attached to it because that's what they're used to. That's what their energy is attached. It's used to that energy. It's used to that negativity. Yeah. So it's going to attach itself to that. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want that in your own stuff. You don't want somebody else's mess attached to your mess. Yep. That's right. So you have to be careful when you're going out looking at places, and
But anything that you're gonna spend a lot of your time in, even buying used cars.
Oh yeah.
You know, you have to make sure that hey, like, you know, this car was an accident.
In this car?
Yeah.
Was it an accident? Anybody die in this car? You know, you have to know the history of certain things that you're getting into. Yeah. And you're absolutely right, baby. You remember we looked at another house that was beautiful. It was a 5-bedroom. It was a beautiful house, and a lady was renting it herself.
Oh yeah.
And she was renting it in the price bracket that we were looking for.
Yep. And
we were excited about it, but then we went to see it, and then they told us that the lady and her husband had been married for X amount of years.
And
they were getting divorced. I told my husband, I was like,
because when we saw the house, it was nice on the outside, but and the lights were on, but it was still dark.
It was so dark in there.
It was still dark in the house, and that's one thing about us, like especially me. Like we even had house guests at our house. You know, stay you know, some nights with us. You can see like the light. For me, I can see the light just drain. You know what I'm saying? It's become really, really dark. No matter how many lights you cut on, how many light bulbs you change, the house is always dark. But when they're gone,
the lights
up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm not saying that they're bad people. It is that with the energy that they have attached to themselves, make things dark around them. You know what I'm saying? Until they cleanse that part of their lives, you know, it's hard for them to be around other people who are sensitive to that.
Yes, exactly.
Very hard.
Yes, and my husband is very sensitive. He's very, very sensitive, and the things that I had to do to pray over him, he opened up a lot, and now he recognizes it, and when he see it, he like, nope, gotta go. Because when you already deal with that, you know, or have dealt with that, and you recognize it, and it's familiar, it's that familiar spirit, you have to know when to cut it off and when to let it go. Yeah. And when he gets to that point, he said, no, gotta go, they gotta go, who gotta go? All right, baby, I'm right with you.
Yeah.
Gotta go. Because I don't ever want to see my husband go through that ever again. That was a really hard time in our lives, and it was really bad in Morrow because of those spirits that was there.
It was bad in Loganville because
Loganville.
They came into the closet with in the closet with a shotgun.
Yes.
Ready to go.
Yes, guys.
No one know. Not too many people know about that story.
No.
But I was in the closet with her shotgun.
Yeah.
And they had to talk me out of it.
Yeah.
Talk me out of it.
Yeah. So I mean, we've had our share, and we've dealt with some things. My husband's being very transparent with that, and you know, we just want you guys to know. Although we're talking about ghosts, we're talking about spirits around Halloween time, but we want you to know what to look out for, what to do, what not to do, because we've been through it, guys.
Yeah, we've been through a lot of it.
We've been through it.
Yeah.
So if you're living in a house and you're depressed, don't know why, you're trying to get yourself together, do a cleansing.
Cleanse the house.
Cleanse the house. Look up cleansing. Look up, we use frankincense and myrrh. We use oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of. It's another one that we use. It's gonna come to me, and I'll put it in the video. Oh God, what is the name of it? Frankincense and myrrh. We burn sage. Sage. We burn the sage, and we go through. You can get these sage sticks. You can go through and you can burn the sage, and you can pray over your house. You can get you some oil, some holy oil, and you can go through and you can put crosses on all of your doors and all of your windows, and you pray. You open up your windows and your doors, so whatever's in there, you tell them that it has to leave. It gotta go, and they have to have an escape route to get out. If it don't, it's just gonna be trapped in your house.
Yeah, you have to let it out.
So you have to let it out. You have to open up your doors and your windows and give it a way to get out. Any given time, you'll come to my house, you'll smell incense, you'll smell frankincense, you'll smell sage burning. You might smell anything, because I constantly cleanse our home, because I know what we deal with.
Yeah.
We just dealt with something really dark in our house just recently, and I had a big picture of an angel of like it was like a picture of Jesus, so to speak, carrying a lady who was worn. You know, it was a beautiful picture. I love my picture. It was hanging in my living room, and something came in our home attached to someone, and it was angry. Whatever it was angry at me. And I had some silverware on our stove. I heard the silverware like aggressively crash to the floor off the stove, like something just took it and threw it off the stove. And the kids looking at me, and I'm looking at them like, what you looking at me for? I'm right here with you. Okay. And then the picture fell off my wall and broke.
Yeah.
we've had that picture for years.
Yeah.
That's never happened.
And we're not making this stuff up, guys.
We're not
This
making it up.
stuff
I promise
actually
you.
happens. It actually happens to
I
us.
promise you.
So
you have to know, guys. Know your whereabouts. Know where you are. Know who you are and whose you are. And just remember that you have to cleanse.
Yeah.
We're about to make it right in a minute. So you have to cleanse. I know we've been on here for about 20 minutes talking about this ghost stuff. Y'all, some stuff is funny, but I'm telling you, it is so real.
Yeah. But sometimes you just gotta laugh at it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so scary. Like, you know, I'm gonna laugh this shit off. You know, because that's how scary it is. Like, I'm laughing on the outside, but my heart beating like 1,000,000 times faster. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's all in fun and education and stuff like that. And if you don't know or have experienced stuff and don't know why you experienced it, it might be some of the cases there. You know, the first thing they say, well, you're crazy, you need to go medicate yourself, this and the third. It can be very simple as, you know, hey, you know what, I need somebody to cleanse this house, cleanse this car. You know what I'm saying? Cleanse the items that I'm using daily that somebody else used that may have, you know, abused it or used it for, you know, negative things.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we're going to end this video. We wanted to say, you know, get in prepared for Halloween. You know, with this video, talk about ghosts. And I think we did a really good job talking about this.
Yes.
Bringing it up, being transparent in our own life as we always do.
Yes.
You know, so.
We're not crazy, guys.
No, we're not crazy. Crazy for each other. But,
Yes.
But that's about it.
That's it.
Yeah, but anyway, we're going to close this video like we do it all this time. We about like 15 minutes from our little meeting thing we got to go to. But as we always close the interview out, we always say 1, 2, 3, and peace.